the stuff that we've suffered already historically, I mean, holy smokes, most people wouldn't be able to survive it, right? But we're still here, and like if you look around the downtown East Core, there's some pretty bad basket cases because they can't get what they need in the medical field. They can't get what they need. An ideal center would be a place. I'll give you maybe like a description of a center. What I would find to be a great healing center. It would have to be kind of like either a large oval, where the building complexes are in a large oval with the windows, if somebody had to stay there, looking into the interior patio, where they could have sweat lodge, where they could do outside ceremonies. The smudging, the outside, hearing the stories that bring healing. You can't find that in a. If you were sick and dying, let's say in an indigenous hospice, people, before you die, you want to be outside, right? Looking at, okay, this is where I've lived, right? Mm-hmm. I want to smell the smoke fires. I want to hear the stories. I want to hear the singing. I want to hear this before I, go back to my ancestors so I can tell them about my life, because that's what happens. But if you put yourself into a building here, it's like being in jail. I'm pouring sweats out of prison. I go in there and I take my bundles and stuff like that. And 70% of all the inmates in the prisons are Aboriginals. The warden asked me, all hands, yes, how can we make the prison more Aboriginal friendly? And I'm like, how about turn them loose, right? You know what I mean? How can you make a hospital more Aboriginal friendly? How can you make, if you were raised in a residential school, right, which for 100 and something years there are people, yeah, right? You can't go into a public building. It feels like you're back in there. In town core here, you have people that are so hurting, right, that they have no. I guess you could say right now they have no option but to self-medicate. So you have overdoses, you have, the addiction is rampant, and with all that comes, abuses. People coming by, see you, you're kicking you around or raping or whatever, all that stuff, right? So the thing is that we have to get to a point where the city is going to say, you know what? If this will, and this is in my personal thoughts, you have to make the city understand that they would be saving money with a traditional center than what costs them to have a medical center. They can come to a center where we have that understanding of, I know where you're coming from, and we can help you if you're willing to accept the help. That takes a lot off of the system. You know how many people that I work with that are not native people that say, you know what, this has helped me like 100%. Historically, in ancient times, you had this. But then, like I'll give you an example. I was working with these people from Germany. I said, what was the traditional spirituality of Germany in ancient times? And they said, they don't know. And I go, what do you mean you don't know? And he said, well, when the Romans came in, right, they killed off the medicine people and all the spiritual leaders, and this is the way it's going to be. So we don't know. And I go, well, I'll bet you that this has a lot to do with, honoring the earth and the trees and the spirits of things, because you sure adapt to Aboriginal medicine right away. I said, there's more teepees in Germany than there are in North America, so, they must find something in there with us, right? But they like that, getting back to a natural state of healing rather than the scientific part of what they call healing, right? I would never turn anybody away, right? But I mean, we have, even here in Vancouver, we got native health. You go in there, you see like 3 natives in there, but maybe everywhere else. So I go, how's that native health? I go, it's just coastal, Vancouver coastal health, same thing, right? So But to have a center that's just strictly for Aboriginal people would be good, but you know, also open others. Because there are people that, you know, that are distrusting now of the medical system. Right? They feel like, I don't want to feel like a guinea pig, right? I want to fix what's wrong with me. I don't want to just, like I said, you know, take these pills and not fix what's causing the pain. Right? We want healing. I go, they don't understand they don't understand what healing is. I go, like in ancient times, and even in my grandpa's time before they outlawed it, we had pipe ceremonies, we had night sings, we had shaking tent, we had all of these different ceremonies that help a person get recentered. We worked on mind, body, spirit, not just, oh, the pain, right? We want you to go home feeling, wow, I feel better about myself. My sickness is easing up. I feel good. I don't think I've ever seen anybody even coming out of a hospital when they got released saying, boy, I feel better now. So they might have got fixed, but they didn't get healed. I'd say there's a lot of things that happen in our traditional healings, what other people might call magic, right? That, like my grandpa says, there's a lot of magic in the world, just we don't see it anymore, right? So, I remember in the old days, he said the stories where colonizers came and they tried to, the black robes would say, talk to us about miracles. You know, God can perform these miracles, and then they'd see some guy getting dragged almost half dead, dragged into a sweat lodge. The guy come running out in between rounds and jump in the water and come running back in the lodge. And they say, anything that happened that quickly has to be evil. So what happened to the miracles, right? Our miracles are evil, their miracles are okay, right? So that's the problem we have with today's healing processes, is that a lot of people aren't open to what is real healing. And that's what's hurt a lot of our people, so that's why they self-medicate. In our traditions, where if money is there, spirit don't come. We don't practice medicine, we make medicine. See? You guys practically laugh about that, right? Well, you know, I don't practice medicine. I'm not doing our traditional medicine to put my son through college. And my grandpa said we're all related whether we like it or not, right? We're all made by the same hand, and we're all going to go to the same place. Some people say, well, you know, I don't know if I can go to, you know, I'm a committed Christian, I don't know if I can go to a sweat lodge. I go, don't you know that the sweat lodge is like in the time of Moses, it was, you know, they had lodges out there. Right? They called them tabernacles, so they were going to, oh yeah, so come on in. Right? Young people today don't even know who they are. I go, how can we, I go, where are you from, man? I'm from the northern Yukon. I go, well, why are you dressed like an LA gangbanger? You know what I mean? They're looking for an identity because the society took that identity from their parents, so they really don't even know who they are. They don't know how to behave or to just. My grandpa said, they took away our clothes, now we wear their clothes. They took away our shoes, now we wear their shoes. So they cut our hair so we look like them. They changed our language so we talk like them. So now we dress like them, talk like them, look like them, but they never let us forget we're not them. So he said, so let's just be the best damn Indians we can be. And I said, all right? Because if you look at society, if the whole world wants to be westernized, like, you know what I mean? I see people in Japan and they talk more English and they talk Japanese now. They're forgetting their own language in Japan. I go, you gotta be kidding me, right? And then it hit me that it doesn't matter where you're from, if you're Ukrainian or Dutch or German, and you immigrate to Canada, they don't want you to be Ukrainian, Dutch, or they want you to be Canadian, but they can't tell you what it is. Right? You're not Canadian.
ʔəwə θəytət ətew. We must build a healing place. ʔəwə θəytət ətew.